We look at the math problem equals times SEC plus 1 divided by. This is our starting point for the work. We must know what we are working with before we begin. We see that this function has two separate parts added together. We do this to see how each part works on its own. The sum rule says we can find the derivative of each part one by one. We plan to use the product rule for the first part and the power rule for the second part. This helps us choose the right math tool for each piece. Each type of math term needs its own special rule. We write the derivative of equals the derivative of times SEC plus the derivative of 1 divided by. We do this to prepare for solving each part separately. The sum rule allows us to split the problem into two smaller parts. We pick equals and equals SEC for the first term. We do this so we can use the product rule correctly. The product rule needs two parts to work. We write the derivative as 1 times SEC plus times SEC times 10 plus the derivative of to the power of -1. We do this to apply the rules to our terms. The product rule tells us how to handle two things multiplied together. We note that the derivative of is 1 and the derivative of SEC is SEC times 10. We do this to find the pieces we need for our answer. These are the standard math rules for these specific parts. We write the new equation as SEC plus times SEC times 10 minus 1 times to the power of -2. We do this to combine our work from the first part and the second part. Using the correct derivative rules gives us these pieces. We use the rule for to the power of -1 where equals -1. We do this to find the derivative of the second term. The power rule says we multiply by the power and then take away 1 from the power. We write the answer as SEC plus times SEC times 10 minus 1 divided by squared. We do this to make the math look cleaner and easier to read. Changing -2 as power into fraction is standard way to write it. We write the final answer as SEC times the quantity 1 plus times 10 minus 1 divided by squared. We do this to group the terms together in the final result. Factoring out common parts is way to finish the math problem.